Hello, I'm Jashykins, and here's my review of American Horror Story Asylum episode Madness Ends. And this is, of course, the season finale of American Horror Story. And I've looked on IMDb, and then I actually looked on a couple other places, including Tumblr, for opinions about this finale. Not because it was gripping like a Fringe's series finale, but just because the ending was like, so I was looking up for fan theories about what the fuck that meant, so I was highly unsuccessful. So if any of you have fan theories about this whole season possibly being a dream, please post them down, links to them down below, because yeah. Anyways, a lot of people didn't seem to like this season finale, and I've read some comments of people saying, well, season 1 finale was better. It's like, what the fuck were you watching while I was watching? I would have loved to be, really happy with the season 1 finale. But the problem with the season 1 finale of American Horror Story for me was, since each season is supposed to be a story, and you tie up the story every season, and each season's a new story. Season 1 felt much like, hey, this isn't the last episode, there's more shit to come. Oh wait, we ran out of episodes. But the season 2 finale was very different. It seemed to wrap them up enough for, me to be happy with and saying, okay, that's the ending. For the season. I'm not expecting more, because it definitely appears like this is the season finale. Well, this one was good. It wrapped up all major storylines. It turns out that Kit, once he's dying, is taken away by aliens. His 2 children do grow up to be important. One's a doctor, one's a lawyer. And Sister Jude had a great death, and I just have to keep on looking in amazement how different my opinion is of Jude at the end than it was at the beginning. In the beginning, I fucking hated her, but her death scene, I was fucking tearing up. I was getting ready to tear up. Long story short, I don't usually cry, but I can get very sad about shit. And this one, I was feeling for it. I was like, no, she's dying. And I know at the beginning of this season, I would have been like, fuck her, have her fucking die. So good for that. Let's see, the Monsieur, he ended up committing suicide out of what is supposed guilt, because there was no explanation given besides that. So he felt really fucking guilty for the shit he pulled. Because he's like, oh yeah, I'm an egotistical asshole that doesn't really believe in my faith, but just wants to get fucking higher up. So he kills himself. And of course, I believe in the Christian belief, if things haven't changed since I left, that he at least believes he's going to hell. Because once you commit suicide, you go to hell. Anyways, let's see. I know a couple of theories were running rampant about Johnny not actually being Bloodyface's son. This episode, it shows that he is. And what was really great about his death scene is I knew once the Lana and Johnny started talking, that one of them was going to leave the room dead. Because I was like, no fucking way are both of them walking out alive, because one of them has to die. It just has that atmosphere. And it was really great with Lana, facing the possibility of death, and she's like, yeah, I don't really fucking care, and she acts so fucking calm and smooth. And I think Johnny was sort of hoping that she'd be fearful of him. But there's not really a moment where she isn't so fucking sure of herself that she's like, yeah, fucking bring it on. And there's a point when I was like, oh fuck, are they going to have both of them walk out holding hands, singing Kumbaya? Because she's like, oh, and she talks to Johnny. What when looking back you can tell is just to get him to lower the fucking gun from her fucking head. And so he lowers it, and she's like, oh, don't worry, Johnny. It's not your fault. It's mine. And when she said it's mine, he has it pointed to his head, and he's like, and then he gets shot. And it's like, Johnny, you knew she shot your fucking father. You knew she's capable of murder. Of course, I don't know what she included in her book or not, but it's probably the point where she sweet-talked Threadson so that she could actually fucking escape. So, you know that she can sweet-talk and get out of shit. So, oof, yeah. But I think, Johnny's shown to be unstable, and he wants, a mother just like Threadson did. So yeah, she fools him in like the same way. And it's like, did she ever really care for Johnny or not? Obviously, she didn't care enough for her to actually take Johnny in. We know that fucking much. But I really debate of whether her killing him, being able to kill him was out of, still disgust for him, or what he'd done, or both. And if you have a theory on that, please post it below. I like to just lean towards both, that she was still disgusted by, she was disgusted by him because he became a killer, and he became what he knew, what she thought he would become. And, you might start to feel sorry for Johnny because he's starting to break down, but you know that both him and his father can very fucking quickly change emotions, like on his fucking dime. So it's like, yeah, I feel sorry for you, dude, but, like in 2 seconds, he could have been right back to yelling at her and then killing her. I think she was smart enough to know that. Yeah. This season finale was good. I like the one thing that I can look back on is that the alien subplot, while I don't hate it as much as I did in the beginning, at which point I was like, fucking no way, no. I can safely say that I don't mind where the alien storyline has gone. I don't really mind it being there. But by the end of the season, no big contributions were made by it. It was just, let's bring this character back, let's have these special children. And while the children are important, they're not like president or world lead. They aren't exactly a world leader or anything. They're just a lawyer and a doctor. And while those are important, I'm sick a bunch of the time I go into the allergist, so I know doctors are important, but once Grace was talking about how important they'd be, they should have been like a little more important in my opinion. But all in all, American Horror Story Asylum Madness Ends. It was a good end to the season. It wrapped up everything. who was, I think, really the main character of this season, ends up alive, defeating evil, but at the same time being very much marked by evil, being, torn by it. So, yeah, I enjoyed this season. You can tell by my past videos that for this season that I wasn't fully happy with it. There were still some problems, but all in all, it was a good season, and it had a hell of a lot better season finale than Season 1. Season 1 finale, as they said before, was like, oh no, we ran out of episodes. Let's pretend this is the finale. Anyways, I have been jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you want to contact me for whatever reason, say, let's talk about the second season of American Horror Story and what were your likes and dislikes. You can contact me at Facebook on facebook.com/jashykins fan page, or on Twitter at jashykins. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. If you're watching this on my blog, thank you just for watching, and hey, comment below, share amongst your friends, and since you're already on this blog now, why don't you go and explore and enjoy yourself? If you're wondering when the review of this season will be out, hopefully within a week. Of course, I said that with Fringe, and I haven't yet gotten the season review out for that, but I was mean to like a few nights ago, because a few nights ago I'm going to write this, and then I'm going to write the season review of Fringe. And I totally forgot. I was like, I know I have to write a second one, but I'm like, I'm not going to bust my brains. It's already late at night. I'm not going to do it. I'll think of it later, so hopefully within a week, and definitely after I get my season review of Fringe. So that'll be that, and until next video, goodbye. Oh, and the reviews of the seasons won't be videos, they'll only be written reviews, and they'll be on my blog.